Welcome to the Wood Floors of Dallas podcast, where we bring expert insights on hardwood flooring, design, and craftsmanship. Hosted by Hunter Ross, owner of Wood Floors of Dallas, with over 20 years in the building product industry. Whether you're a homeowner or a general contractor, we're here to help you create amazing spaces with honor, quality, and expertise. Let's get started.
Styles change and flooring is no exception. Let's dive into the top hardwood flooring trends shaping homes this year. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Sophia Yvette, co-host / producer, back in the studio with Hunter Ross, owner of Wood Floors of Dallas. Hunter, how's it going?
Very good, Sophia. Happy to be with you.
Awesome, and it's great to have you back, Hunter. So, flooring trends evolve every year, but let's talk about what's making waves in the industry right now. What are the top flooring trends for this year?
Yep, that's a really good question. And I think the best way to answer it is going to be to just discuss a little bit about how these trends come about. So, over time and over history, people get kind of used to what they have and they have a desire to upgrade or make it better, right? And so designers really drive a lot of these trends. They're asked constantly how to make my space prettier. What can I do to make it better? What is everybody else doing? What should I not do, right? So that's where these trends come from. They're really design focused. Some trends come from new technologies, but most trends come from over time designers wanting to be able to create interesting new spaces that don't look the same as everybody else, right? So in history, for instance, in North Texas, we used to have tons of solid hardwood that was hand scraped and very rustic. It doesn't matter whatever the decor of the rest of the home was. If you had a really nice house, you had a hand scraped, beautiful hardwood oak floor. Probably typically it was a medium to a dark brown. So over the past number of years, those floors have faded out. And what's really been popular in the past year and a half, few years, is wider planks. And so right now, wider planks are still very popular. The average floor a while ago, when it came to the width of the plank, was about 2.25 inches wide. Then it went to 5 inch. Now the staple is 7.5 inches. And we're really talking about engineered hardwood. One of the benefits to engineered hardwood is that it can be wider and wider because it's much more stable. So when we had the advantage of having a much more stable product, like with engineered, we allowed to go bigger, and that the beautiful planks of hardwood it looks prettier when it's in the home, right? You can see more of the natural beauty of the wood, and so that's really taken off, and that's been going for a couple years now. Another thing that was in style that is completely not in style or on trend anymore is gray. Gray floors were everywhere. Now you won't find anyone putting a gray floor in. If they're doing it, it's probably because they bought the gray floor at a discount. That's why they chose to do it. Where are we at today? So light colors, think beach, right? Think very light colored white oak. That has been a staple for about, a couple years now. And one interesting thing that I've seen turn over the past few months is that people are going back to more darker floors again. So that's really on trend right now, is the medium to nutmeg colors, and the darker colors are actually coming back. And of course, the white oak is still like the staple, the wide plank white oak. Another thing that is really happening right now is instead of doing a 7.5 inch wide plank, manufacturers are coming out with even larger planks. So now we have 8 inch, 9 inch, 10 inch, 12 inch wide planks. And if you see some of these floors installed, it looks like a canvas. It looks like art because having these huge wide planks, it's very hard to describe the beauty until you see one installed. So the uniqueness of the wide planks is definitely really moving and trending right now, and the planks are getting larger and larger. Some other trends that are happening is people are getting away from doing with the advance in technology of, for instance, engineered hardwood, for example. You're allowed to put that material anywhere in the home now for the most part. You want to have like a laundry room. You want to have, a larger bathroom, like a master bath. You want tile in there for the most part because it's really a wet area. But with the advancement in the structure and finishes that are happening on engineered hardwood now, they're so durable and they're not waterproof, but unless you're pouring water on the ground, they really stand up well. So what you're seeing is where people used to have tile in the kitchen or in entryways or whatever, now the entire surface is covered in one type of flooring, in this case, hardwood. What that does is it cuts down on maintenance, really, because instead of having to use multiple different types of products and multiple different types of tools, you've got one floor throughout your home. It's easy to maintain. Another thing is when it comes to just the aesthetic beauty of it, having one surface, I'm not making this up. This is real. It's feng shui. Okay. Some people don't believe in it, but it's real. It's psychology. So when you walk into a space that you've never been in, or if you walk into your home, for example, and there's a lot of different transitions of flooring materials, there is proven science that is measurable that it causes a little bit of like unease or a little, it's in psychology, it's like a tiny bit of anxiety versus when you walk into a space that's more balanced and more even. And one of those things is colors, like for instance, on the floor being across the entire floor, it actually puts your mind at ease and it makes you feel calmer and it makes you feel more comfortable. Now, we're talking like, little amounts. This is not something that's going to drive you crazy if you have two different types of flooring, obviously. But anything that you can do to balance your home's environment and really create a more peaceful environment is something that's really good. And so designers have been educated about that and they're applying that to the projects they're doing as well. So you're finding in the trends that one surface is going throughout the whole entire home for the most part. The other thing is, or I guess another trend that's happening, and it's been going on for a little while now, but it's really, really happening now, is you're seeing carpet just disappear from homes. Carpet traps dust and it traps pollen and dander and all these other things, and it's very difficult to clean. So you're seeing tons of people that are taking out every single bit of their carpet in their home and putting a hard surface in, whether that be like a vinyl plank or an engineered hardwood. So that's happening a lot too. When it comes to colorways, I mentioned this earlier. We were just like in a light blonde, white oak for everything. Now people are really digging into more colors. Even cabinetry, instead of cabinetry being all white, people are starting to go back with stained cabinets, etc. And so you're getting a lot of opportunities to work with new colors on your flooring. And people are being very creative. It's a lot of fun. You've got mixes of like what I would call coffee and cream, for example. You've got some like colors that are multifaceted. So like in the green, you would have a dark stain, but then the rest of the board would be lighter. So stuff like that is just becoming more available, and a lot of people are putting that in their homes, and a lot of designers are really driving all that. So those are the kind of the main things I see right now, and I think that's going to continue to grow. There is a new product that's coming to market that people are starting to learn about. If you're talking about the next trend, what is the hottest trend coming? It's this. There's a couple of products on the market. One is called Voss floors, and one of them is called Bielen. Those two products are a combination of easy installation with a click lock floor, and really tons of click lock floors are going in right now because they're just so much more efficient and the costs are much lower than doing a glue down hardwood. But those two companies are pioneering this new technology that will literally take over the majority of engineered hardwood in the future. It's just got too many benefits. Basically, it's almost waterproof. It's extremely, extremely scratch and dent resistant. The installation is just basically half the time. So you've got a product that is similar in its construction and its installation as, say, a vinyl plank, but it's a real wood veneer product. So if you want to have something in your home that's going to last a long time, be the most durable floor that you can get, and also have the authenticity of a real wood floor, you need to look into those two companies, because that is the next frontier, and that is the hottest thing going in engineered hardwood and wood flooring right now.
Well, Hunter, this was such a fun discussion. Flooring trends can completely transform space, and keeping up with them helps homeowners make the best choices. Thanks again, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
Awesome, Sophia. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks for tuning in to Wood Floors of Dallas podcast. Ready to transform your space? Call 972-525-0026 for a free in-home consultation, or visit woodfloordallas.com to learn more. Work with honor, build with excellence. See you next time.